That sure is a tough act to follow. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 What the F*** roles by soap stars.
What was that?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the strangest and most unexpected parts played by former soap stars, considering the roles they were best known for. Number 10. Zaraah Abrams, The Sweet Blood of Jesus. During the noughties, Abrams had a 2.5-year stint on Corrie as factory worker Joanne Jackson.
Yeah, well, it's a bit late to start fighting my corner now, Janice.
After being axed from the show, Abrams went on to play Michelle White in Waterloo Road, and won a handful of small parts in various other dramas. So even Abrams was probably surprised when she landed a lead role in the 2014 horror film directed by the legendary Spike Lee.
Can you tell Dr. Green I've arrived?
In The Sweet Blood of Jesus, Abrams' character becomes a vampire after she's stabbed by her husband with an antique dagger. Rather appropriate for someone who used to work in Corrie's underworld.
I can find it myself. Why don't you find me a glass of red wine?
Number 9. Nikki Sanderson, Boogeyman 3. Sanderson made her name as Corrie regular Candice Stowe, who eventually left the street in 2005 to work for Status Quo as a stylist.
What the heck are you doing? I didn't mean to come in here.
When Sanderson tried her luck in Hollywood, she was probably hoping for more than a part in the third, and thankfully final, installment of the Boogeyman film series. In the film, Sanderson plays a college student who becomes the Boogeyman's first victim, but not before committing every horror film cliché there is.
Come on, Audrey, you can do this.
It's hardly the step up in career we were expecting, and unsurprisingly, Sanderson has since returned to soaps with a regular role in Hollyoaks. Number 8. Ioan Gruffudd, Fantastic Four. Do you know what the longest running BBC TV soap is? That's right, it's the Welsh language Pobl y Cwm, or People of the Valley, which first aired in 1974.
Pam chi'n meddwl bydd hi moyn neud ni?
Neu beth nawr?
Mynd I goleg?
Ioan Gruffudd spent 7 years on the show as Gareth Wyn Harries, before embarking on a Hollywood career. Of all his roles, perhaps the most surprising is that of the super stretchy Mr. Fantastic in Fantastic Four and its sequel. From soap star to planet-saving comic book hero, we can't have been the only ones who didn't see that coming. Number 7. Louisa Lytton, American Pie presents The Book of Love. Lytton is best known for her role as Ruby Allen in EastEnders, a role she first played in 2005 before being cut after 18 months. But she enjoyed a successful return in 2018, featuring in a hard-hitting storyline about sexual consent and earning a nomination for Best Soap Actor.
No, please, Sorry, it's just with this tool cut. Ignore me.
With a pedigree like that, it's a surprise to learn she once appeared as a British exchange student in American Pie presents The Book of Love.
You Nancy boys couldn't get laid at a Jonas Brothers concert with a fist full of backstage passes.
The film is bad, even by American Pie's sequel and spin-off standards, and it's hard at times to believe we're watching the same actress who played Ruby.
I thought only high school boys were jerks. It turns out they never outgrow it.
Number 6. Shaun Williamson, Extras. For EastEnders fans, Williamson will always be remembered as the lovable Barry, who was cruelly murdered by Janine for his money.
Off me!
After leaving the show, Williamson's career suffered a slide until he was approached by Ricky Gervais to appear on Extras as himself.
It's only Barry.
Often referred to as Barry on the show, Williamson is regularly made fun of for his diminishing stardom, which we suspect isn't quite what he had in mind when he quit Soapland.
Live and learn, don't you? This isn't living though, is it?
Come on, Barry, don't start that again, mate. I got loads of stuff for you here.
Still, Williamson once said he'd prefer to work with Les Dennis and Keith Chegwin than A-list stars like Tom Cruise, claiming they were more fun.
Do you comical?
Pat, you trod on me foot, get off!
He's a singer as well.
Mustang, sorry!
Number 5, Matthew Marston, Bounty Killer. Marston made his name in Emmerdale as Daniel Wire before joining Corrie in a year-long stint as Kevin Webster's assistant mechanic, Chris Collins.
I am leaving. But I'm asking Sally to come with me.
An all-action hero he certainly was not, which is why you may be surprised to learn he subsequently appeared in the 2013 action comedy film Bounty Killer.
I don't need a bunch of front-page photos to prove I'm doing my job.
In this film, Marston plays a bounty hunter named Drifter, who hunts down corporate criminals responsible for the apocalypse. And in some style too. The Woolpack and the Rover's Return feel very far away.
Are you trying to steal my kill?
Number 4, Jenna Coleman, Xenoblade Chronicles. While we all know her today for her role as Clara Oswald in Doctor Who, Coleman's first acting break came when she landed the part of Jasmine Thomas in Emmerdale. After leaving the show in 2009, she took on the role of Princess Melia Antica in the English dub of the Nintendo video game Xenoblade Chronicles.
Excuse me. My name is Melia. Forgive my indiscretion.
As one of the main female protagonists in the game, Melia is a powerful mage who just so happens to have a soft spot for the protagonist Shulk. Maybe she used this experience as royalty to help her later in her career.
This is your destiny. Accept it with dignity!
Number 3, Sean Maguire, Meet the Spartans. Maguire originally made his name in EastEnders, where he played Walford Town apprentice footballer Aidan. Another soap star to try his luck in Hollywood, Maguire found success playing Robin Hood in US drama Once Upon a Time.
I've handled that walking stick a dozen times. Never released a cloaking spell before.
But his most WTF role was undoubtedly that of King Leonidas in a disastrous parody of the film 300.
Warrior must learn to take a hit. Fight with your head. Think with your heart.
Meet the Spartans was almost universally panned by critics, earning an approval score of just 2% on review site Rotten Tomatoes. On the evidence of these clips, that seems a bit generous.
This is Sparta!
Number 2, Sid Owen, Cat Burglar. Between 1988 and 2012, Sid Owen had 3 different spells on EastEnders, playing car mechanic Ricky Butcher.
Well, you should be sacked then, because you obviously ain't no bloody good at it.
When he first left the show in 2000, Owen tried his hand at pop music, with his cover of Sugar Minot's Good Thing Going, reaching number 14 in the UK singles chart. But he still found time to appear in a short film called Cat Burglar, alongside former footballer Ian Wright of all people.
And what you done with the cat? She's taking a nap. What do you want from me? Well, I don't want anything from you.
The film tells the story of a chauffeur who pretends to own a mansion while his employer is away, and features an inflatable crocodile, a kidnapped cat, and some disappearing clothes. No wonder Owen went back to Albert Square.
There you are! What are you doing? The milk! Now what am I supposed to do?
Number 1, Sam Strike, Leatherface. There have been some infamous hard men in EastEnders over the years, most notably the brothers Phil and Grant Mitchell. But Johnny Carter, not so much.
They were looking at you, they're perverts!
It was a surprise, therefore, when Sam Strike was cast in 2017 as one of the most iconic villains in cinematic history, Leatherface.
And what meds we have you on, Jackson?
Meds, huh? They give them to us and we take them, right?
The character first appeared in horror classic The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and prequel film Leatherface explores his origins. A fan of horror films, Strike hopes to continue playing villains in the future. A return to EastEnders seems unlikely, with his character being recast in 2016.
If you go, me and Bud will be next.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.